20 amazing rhino facts that you must be aware of the term rhinoceros. They previously roamed, and their name means horn snout. They settled in North America and Europe. Hello and welcome to Z. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. At this time, rhinos are only found in Asia and Africa. The planet's first rhinoceros to roam, the woolly rhinoceros that existed on Earth over 50 million several years ago. There are 5 distinct. Among them are the black rhinos. Both the white rhinoceros and rhinoceros, of which are African residents, while the Indian or larger one-horned rhinoceros species of rhinoceros from Java and Sumatra. All of these fascinating people live in Asia. A few facts regarding one of nature's rhinoceroses are one of the oldest animals. Different sizes and shapes, with the typical height rhinoceros as being about 6 feet, 1.8 meters tall. Similar for a man who is slouching, greater than a mailbox in height. On the side of the Sumatran rhinoceros is the shortest in a row. Rhinoceros, which is 4 feet 3 inches tall, the tallest rhino at 1.3 meters, as the larger one-horned rhino from India, weighing astonishing 5,000 to 7,100 pounds to between 1,500 to 3,000. The rhino weighs 200 kilograms. A vehicle that goes beyond an SUV, the Sumatran is once more the skinniest. Weighing 1,500 pounds and 700 kilograms are the same for humans and rhinos. White rhinos have keratin in their bodies. Typically possess the longest horns. 5 was the longest horn ever recorded. And a half feet 1.7 meters length. The black, white, and Sumatran rhinos have 2. White, Indian, and Javan only have 2 horns. A few Javan rhinoceros females lack horn at every rhino's horn or horns, as they are not made of bone and are not linked to the keratin-made skull of a rhinoceros. Similar to what happens to our fingernails, are created with, unlike the wooden elephant tusks, which solid and unbroken rhino horns made of ivory hollow and keep expanding throughout. If a rhino lives, how long will it live? A new poacher's attack on its horn will grow back. Gray and white rhinoceros are 3 black rhinos. White and Sumatran rhinos aren't truly rhinos. Nonetheless, despite its name, are reddish-brown. The color of the white rhino is the same as the, notwithstanding the fact that there is no actual explanation of the name's genesis. White rhinos are regarded as either the Dutch words W or Afrikaans word broad, white, IJD broad, or both denote width. For the fattest rhino has also made the call, fashioned like a knight in the likeness of a unicorn, shining armor. You've probably seen this, a common t-shirt and other clothing slogan advertising products. For the rhino's sake, save the fat unicorn, which is actually the moniker for the larger horned Indian rhinos, are acceptable as unicorn rhinos. Perhaps the larger one-horned Indian and, in reality, Javan rhinos aren't knights in shining armor. However, either may be a rhino. Their skin appears to be in shining armor. 5 mothers of rhinos are incredibly armored. A mother rhino who is guardian of her young is approximately 15 to 16 months pregnant and exhibits a lot of compassion and nurturing. The majority of mothers are also very rhino calves that are protective of their young, do not depart from their mother's side till they are about 3 years old. At home, there are 2 significant distinctions in ancient 6 between a black rhino and a white rhino. White rhinos have a wide, flat snout. They go by the name mouth with square lips. Grazers because they consume only fresh grass. Browsers are the name for ground black rhinos because of their beak-shaped lips. They used to take twigs and leaves from when eating. 7 rhino hunters poach trees. Only enemy rhinos for their horns, with as man rhinos are hunted and killed by poachers for their horns, are cut off and put on the illicit market. For a significant sum of money, perhaps even power that exceeds the cost of gold. Then, the rhino horn is utilized in medicine and is falsely believed by many individuals to aid in the recovery of ailing individuals, Asia. If you can believe it, rhinos, horses, and zebras are the most similar living species. Horses and zebras are related to rhinos. All three are members of a mammal family. Known as white-toed ungulates. 9. In spite of having a severe headache, rhino tiny brains. A head of a white rhino can be over 2,907 kilograms. Nothing is visible to 10 rhinos until it is. Rhinos almost directly in front of them possess extremely weak vision, and nearsightedness prevents them from seeing. Unless you are really close to them, you are challenged to not regard someone as a poacher or a vehicle like a jeep till it is nearly directly in front of them, so when the rhino notices the individual or thing, usually, it will charge for its defense. Despite their enormous size, there were only 11 rhinos are able to move quickly and charge. Despite their enormous weight and size, approximately 30 to 40 rhinos can charge or run. The quickest speed in kilometers per hour, 48 to 64. Humans can only run at roughly 15 miles per hour, therefore head for cover if a rhino ever comes at you. The climate and tree closest to you, since you cannot outrun it. 12. Like a rhinoceros. Skin can be incredibly delicate and even burn. Despite having thick skin, rhinos have thick, it is quite sunburn sensitive. And the reason why rhinos enjoy insects to roll around and wallow in the dirt when as the mud dries, the rhino's skin is protected. As bug repellent and sunblock from the 13 rhinos are bitten by insects and the sun. Scientists refer to the oxpecker as having a symbiotic connection. In essence, a symbiotic relationship is give-and-take arrangement, so you say that the rhino's closest companion is the oxpecker is a bird, and oxpeckers consume. It discovers ticks and other parasites on the view from the rhinoceros's back, no pun intended, but it can warn them when a rhino feels danger. It produces, in addition to causing the oxpecker a disturbance, a free ride on its back while seated on the rhino's back aids the oxpecker in locating. Being up higher off makes eating much simpler. "14 rhinos are on the ground." Male rhinoceros has what is known as a crash, referred to as a bull, a cow, and a female. 15 juvenile rhinos are herbivores. Since rhinos are herbivores, they don't consume meat as their primary food contains fruit and plants, so if you went out to dinner with a rhinoceros, they only 16 rhinos from the salad bar, unable to jump, yet they enjoy fire. Rhinoceros. Pronghorn sheep and elephants are the just 3 mammals are incapable of jumping. The only animals that are fearless are rhinos. Instead of fleeing from the flames, they charge in its direction. 17 World Rhino Day, a holiday observed on September 22nd. Established by the World Wildlife Fund in 2010 to aid in bringing attention to the problem of the Rhino Day of the World as a holiday that is observed globally, honored annually on September 22nd. The same amount of sleep is required by 18 rhinos. Adult humans, rhinos typically require they get roughly 8 hours of sleep each night. Can sleep while standing or sitting or slumping. When they plunge into a deep, they can be observed lying down while sleeping. Their toes slightly coiled to one side. 19 rhinos are able to recognize one another by even. While rhinos may have incredibly strong weak vision, sense of smell, and superior in actuality, rhinos recognize one another by sense. Each rhino has a distinct odor. A distinctive 20 rhinos might soon no longer exist. The World Wildlife Fund and the rhinos on the IUCN Red List have a black status. Rhinos are seriously endangered. Javan, horned Indian rhino, susceptible Sumatran rhinos are highly endangered. White rhinos are highly endangered. The Javan rhinoceros was in danger, and the Sumatran rhinoceros is regarded as one of rarest land mammals in the world. Hardly ever have you ever seen the stats for these rhinos are only educated assumptions. Some do you believe the Javan is extinct? Have been observed for a while. Moreover, none are kept in zoos like the black rhinos. Among other rhino species, both Javan and Sumatran rhinos are at jeopardy of extinction. Specifically, they have a 50% probability. Extinction within 3 generations' time is running out for them. Small, nearsighted herbivores in Africa. Every 11 years a rhinoceros is injured or killed. Ours for its horns. Crushing demand. Rhino horn for traditional medicine problems with drugs in Vietnam and Asia, despite data demonstrating that the horn offers no therapeutic benefits. Rhinos are still brutally killed. Savagely massacred you, slaughtered you. One could always erect a second Taj Mahal. However, Shepard once remarked that you create a second rhino. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.